No, how's it going, guys? I am back with a final update to my Spectral slash setup. So, a lot of information for today. You'll see I have two build updates, a Formless swap, as well as the SS20 brain off tank everything setup. So let me go over real quick the changes I made for the Formless swap. Um, So, biggest thing you will notice is that, of course, I swapped over to Formless and swapped my slate over to the block ratio with the all skill levels, as well as um, min Warcry is now being copied. I also paired it with the attack speed per life lost divinity, and this is basically around 50% attack speed for one legendary medium, which is pretty solid in my opinion. Also, the biggest reason why you swap to Formless is because you pick up a inverse image. You don't have to get 33%. The breakpoints for Min Warcry for +4, it is minus 12% on legendary medium. And if you want to get +5, which is it will get your Warcry stacks from 15 to 16, which is the cap. The breakpoint is 13%, I believe. I have not tested 12%, but I assume it rounds up. So I went, I want to say play it safe and get 13% minimum. Um, these inverse images are pretty expensive right now, but it is definitely a huge upgrade. And also you'll notice I take the block talents because since we are using the inverse image, we might as well take advantage of the block ratio it provides. So we get block cap. And in my survival stats, I have block cap and I have 50% block ratio. And that is from the talent as well as from within the tree over here. And easy way to get block cap is get a bunch of block on your crappy like extra slot because the fixed affixes do not get reduced by this line right here. And also you get some more block on your other origin memory. It can be any of these slots. You just grab some block wherever you can. And also I got the sequence for block chance as well as T0 block chance basic affix. This one's not too expensive anymore. It's just basic affix, so not too bad to roll. And then Cage Fury is a very cheap, basically 35% additional damage multiplier. Run it on like a double corroded Bodhi Girdle if you want to get a bunch of damage. Highly recommend. And I think this is everything for the Formless swap. Oh, I also picked up activation medium still attack, which allows you to replace willpower. So you just have full automation no matter what. Also level 21 Spectral. Kind of expensive right now, but if you keep searching, eventually people list them for like 1800 to like 2500 FE. And it's 10% additional damage multiplier, so pretty cheap if you are looking for more ways to gain damage. And that about does it for this build snapshot. And then I want to move on to the SS20 brain off tank everything setup, which is if you have no hands or if you don't want to think about anything in SS20 fight, this build is for you. Um, So biggest thing you'll notice is I changed my belt to Light Hunter belt, and I run full defense because the boss has a lot of damage over time if you choose to tank everything. This is not required if you want to just actually play the fight out, but I'm making this build setup so that you can tank every mechanic and just turn your brain off. So 50% damage over time reduction, pretty much what it translates to is pretty massive. And also this Light Hunter build has a ton of ES, and also damage reduction, so makes you extra tanky. And also I have a pair of Lone Walker boots. Preferably get precise cruelty, so you can swap over to using weapon amplification. Also, I have a bunch of energy left over because I literally just took off my Thunder Spike mobility. You can min-max your auras. I mean your energy, of course, to get more usage out of like third slot. Run like precise stand as one with every slot if you really wanted to, but this is just like a quick DIY like setup I put together this morning just to get the video out for SS20. Um, Also, I did upgrade my Judgment Slate. This was actually surprisingly cheap, which is pretty insane. It gives you 30% frostbite effect, 80% crit damage, and your Fearless Aura gains additional base effect of 5% chance to deal double damage. This also scales with Aura effect, which makes it very strong with Lone Walkers. I don't know why it was only 4,500 FE for this, but it's a pretty massive slate. If you can't find something like this, you can try to look for something similar. But the fixed affix being 30% frostbite effect is super strong for our setup, of course. But I think that is about it for the changes with this setup. Um, it's a ton of damage reduction and survivability. You can you can tank like everything in Ordrak, you can tank everything in the boss. So let me just go into the boss real quick to show you what I'm talking about with tanking everything. Oh, yeah, and also the damage is of course a little lacking, so if all you care about is the 30 Insignias for the pet selector, this build is for you. I mean, but if you want to 3-star, just invest a little bit more in damage. I think I was like 15 to 20 seconds off from 3-star even. Uh, I I didn't really abuse the bomb as much, but I probably could 3-star it with this setup right now. Also let me swap over to Tenacity Blessing. Oh, good point. I should update my build code so that people see that it runs the Tenacity Blessing. I forgot if I did that or not. No, I didn't. So I'll just delete this build and remake it. Okay. Let me double check. Looks good. So the reason why you take this, 100% chance to gain tenacity when hitting an enemy, +1 max stacks. Oh, and also the talent over here. You'll notice I get another +1 max tenacity. So we're at 6 stacks of this. 24% multiplying with each other basically. So more than 24% damage reduction. So I just stand here. You can tank everything. And most of your damage is abusing the bomb mechanic. So make sure you get the bomb mechanic. And this move, the one he just did there, that slam, is the most dangerous move. It does a ton of damage over time, which is why we want full defense if you want to turn your brain off and tank it. But you do not have to invest in full defense if you don't care about tanking that mechanic and you want to just like move out of the way. But this was designed for anyone to clear SS20. Like all you have to do is just not die to the bomb. And everything else you can tank. Only dangerous part is the bomb exploding on you. So just make sure you don't have that happen, you know? But yeah, um, pretty easy SS20, I would have to say. So if you are a fan of playing tanky builds, taking your hand off the keyboard, and clearing and getting your free pet selector, I would say enjoy, bros. Super easy. Alright. I think I showed enough of this, right? You just it's like pretty much impossible to die unless you somehow are not in range to like attack the boss, because you have to attack him to like regain your energy shield with the setup. So yeah. Um what else do I want to talk about for this video? Let me go out it for a sec. Oh, let me portal out. Okay, so we talked about SS20. Um if you want to push the build further to like 3-star SS20, even SS21, you can T0 all your affixes and also upgrade your sword to an advanced sequence sword. Let me show you real quick. So main skill is supported by Steamroll. These are pretty expensive, but level 25 Steamroll, it's pretty much like a 35% additional damage multiplier. Um, what you do is you buy a base or an already crafted one like this. Super 18k is super cheap, by the way. Um, so you buy one of these. Oh, there's even ones for 15k. And when you imprint, you keep Steamroll as well as all the affixes, and you look for a weapon with a good base affix. Base affixes, I would say the number one best one, in my opinion, is Regain. Because it's pretty hard to get Regain otherwise. It's kind of takes a lot of talent points to get like up to 8%. Other good affixes are Elemental and Armor Penetration. Um, the max stacks you can go if you do not decide to eventually go Divine Grace on your build. Divine Grace is another excellent source of damage mitigation. Let me show you real quick. It's a belt blend that reads 4% additional damage dealt and minus 4% damage taken for all your blessings. So it's 12 times 4. So 48% of each. So 48% damage, additional damage reduction is pretty huge, I would have to say. And because of that, I don't recommend getting max blessings on your weapon. And then for if you want to do deep space juicing, highly recommend crowd control, immune shields. These are rapidly dropping in price. Oh, make sure you filter by level 100 too for these sequences. Yeah, you'll notice how there's so many getting listed. The price is just gonna keep dropping. Like at the end of week 2, I would estimate these are gonna cost around like 2500 FE or less. And this basically solves all your immunities for deep space. So if you're trying to push deep space, this is a great shield to start working towards. And then if you want, after all your stuff is T0, if you want even more damage, you can work towards getting items called Undetermined Fates. And ideally, you grab a medium, like one slot. They're pretty decently cheap right now, I would say. Um, hold on, let me fix the filter. So they're around like 3000 FE. And then once you get these, I would recommend this Kismet right here, Mammoth. It allows you to trigger Resurrection Warcry. It's only 400 FE each, so 800 FE total. And what you can do once you replace Resurrection Warcry, you can change this to either another Empower skill, like Bull's Rage, or you can start running a curse setup, like Timid, if you are not planning on running Timid on your slate. For example, on my next build setup, at this pretty insane slate, and it also has the triggers level 1 Timid curse when I deal damage. And you might think level 1 is not that much, but level 1 Timid is 20% additional damage. So it is still a decent chunk of additional damage. But yeah, I think this video is running a bit too long, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here. This is like the last update for my Spectral Slash setup. I'm probably gonna swap over to experimenting with Berserking Blade afterwards, and this about completes my goal for my build. Um, my plan or my goal was to just have like a day-to-day setup for newer players to follow along seamlessly and to do SS20 without any hands whatsoever. And I'm pretty happy about accomplishing that. I hope all of you guys enjoyed following along with my build updates as well as playing this build. And after this setup, I'm gonna start working on a Berserking Blade deep space like farming setup. So if you're interested, feel free to tune in for that. Appreciate everyone for supporting, and see you guys later. Oh, also ignore this. I forgot this from the stream. Uh, Ignore that text. Oops. All right, peace.